down until they could run a wire down through the vent, make a little hole, and then put the primer into the main part of the gun, and it would be ready to fire. We're taking a lot of time to do this. In reality, they quick loaded, which meant they fired and then loaded as fast as they could without any sponging. I'll do my best to give you a warning too. It always gets me when I'm not quite ready for it. All's good. They're just trying to make sure that they've actually broken the bag open through the vent. If they don't, they'll get a misfire.
It's loud, so I do recommend.
Oh, here's the announcement. Cover your ears.
Fire! Fire!
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the smallest of the guns here in Fort North. Now, at the Battle of Queenston Heights, there were members of the Royal Artillery, but there were also soldiers from the 41st Regiment of Foot. These were well-trained young men who had just arrived in Canada. These were the soldiers that ran for Queenston Heights that early morning as the Americans began to settle in on the top.
Along the line by wheeling to the right by subdivision. Right. Way. March. 1, 2, 3.
They were also at the Battle of Fort George. In fact, they were throughout all of the provincial battles of the period. A well-trained British soldier knew how to lock it.
Rear rank. Take 3 paces to its rear. March. 1, 2, 3.
They're opening up their ranks now. The idea is that the regimental sergeant major wants to be able to inspect their weapons, make sure they're clean. That guaranteed that they would fire at least a couple times as the battle began. It was a flogging offense in the British Army if your weapon wasn't ready to fire. Once they had inspected all of the pans in the vent, they would then pass the weapon about so that they could check the barrels. You'll hear them
Pan. 1, 2,
dinging
3.
the inside.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hex! Pads! As for inspection, cast, out! Withdraw, ram! 1, 2, 3.
The sergeant now goes through the line and makes sure that in fact all the base of the barrels or at the breech are clean. You'll see him wiping his finger as he goes along to see.
Shoulder, out! 1, 2, 3.
With the weapons inspected,
1, 2,
they
3.
could begin to go through their manual of arms. Soldiers got up at 3:30 in the morning. They had 8 hours of drill. Their first parades at around 4 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning guaranteed that they would be in position if there was an attack.
Front rank to step up some. Right. Guards! I, Bud, want to perform the manual of arms exercises. Secure. Arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
They secure their arms in case it's raining.
Arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Order. Arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hex. Fast.
The rest of the manual is done now.
Joe.
Bayonets fixed.
Arm. Pizza. Arm. 1, 2, 3.
They're presenting arms to
1,
you.
2, 3. Shoulder. Arm. 1, 2, 3. Advance. Arm. 1, 2, 3. 1,
They are
2,
advancing
3.
their arms as
1,
another way
2,
of carrying
3.
a musket in the right hand instead of the left.
Shoulder. Arm. 1, 2,
And this may
3.
seem a little strange to you
1,
to see
2,
this
3.
happening, and sometimes it even happened within the view of the enemy.
Hold.
That was to show
Arm.
that you were in fact that good.
Guard your head. Huzzah! Shoulder.
That one's
Arm.
pretty
1, 2, 3. Support. Arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Standard. E. Up. Up.
standing at ease, coming back to
Carry.
attention.
Up.
All
1,
of the positions
2,
that they would
3.
need to know for doing
1,
guard duty
2,
here at the site.
3. Order. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Advance. Pass. Shoulder. Up. Rear act, take close order. March.
They're now
Rain will
closing
move
up
from line to column by
and
wheeling
getting
people around
ready to
by
go through
subdivision.
their
Left.
firing sequence, the
Wait.
platoon loading
1, 2,
exercise.
3. Stand.
Carefully wheeling about,
Up.
never leaving a
Ready to
gap.
march.
A gap was something that your enemy
Up. Right
exploited.
shoulders forward. Up. Up.
All
Forward.
moving in step.
Up. Up. Right shoulders forward. Up.
At the Battle of Princeton Heights, this
Forward.
formation
Up.
got within about
Up.
100 meters of the
Up.
American line
Up.
before opening fire.
Up. 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 Out. Out. Rain will move along the line by wheeling to the right by subdivision. Right. Mark. 1, 2.
And they move from column into line. Two ranks deep means that you're firing beside your file partner. You're very close to them. So all these movements have to be done with that in consideration. They reach back into their cartridge box, pulling out a single round with 180 grains of powder. They tear it open with their teeth, and they place some of that powder into the pan, which is on the outside of the gun.
1, 2, 3. All rammers around.
They then cast the weapon about, pour the rest of the powder. They then roll the ball in paper, and then have to ram the charge all the way down to the breech, just like the cannon. And now they're ready to fire as the flint strikes the frisbee, igniting the charge that goes through the vent. And you'll notice not all of them fire. That means that you at least have one group ready to defend themselves. Look how much is created just by this small group of soldiers. It would become very difficult to see. The other side is working furiously to get their weapons loaded as quickly as possible. And they can almost create a continuous chain of firing. Every time they pull the trigger, the weapon's getting dirtier and dirtier. It gets harder to get the powder to ignite. It gets harder to keep the flint clean, to frizzen. So you have to problem solve as you load your weapon. Now they're ready to fire together. That's excellent. Pulling the trigger and getting them to volley all together at exactly the same time takes weeks of practice here at the fort. And just because you pulled the trigger doesn't mean it's going to go off when you want it to. It may delay or hang fire. See how they do this time. I'm going to try to get them to go off perfectly. Holy smokes. Give him a round of applause. That was